Arena for a GMC boys basketball matchup between the Fairfield Indians and the Mason Comets. My name is Isaac Varga alongside Daniel Panetti for this broadcast. And Daniel, what are you expecting for this matchup?
Yeah, I'm expecting a really good game here. Two GMC teams who the record hasn't been showing exactly how they've been playing recently. Both teams have been playing some of their best basketball recently. You look at the Mason Comets coming off of a very slim loss to the number 3 team in Ohio, Moeller. So they're really riding a hot hand even after a loss.
And early there, a turnover there caused by Devontae Krim.
Yeah, and that's a guy that Mason's really going to have to look out for. Devontae Krim, 26 points in the loss to Oak Hills in their last game. He really broke out. You know,
Lewis misses the layup. He had a very good performance last time against the Comets. As we said earlier, the Indians, a high motor offense as Greer knocks one down from 3 for the Comets. And it looks like it will count, and there will be a foul on the Indians on the floor.
Yes.
So the Comets will regain possession.
Yeah, so the Comets, you know, all year they've been a big three-point shooting team. You know, they have the GMC leader in Matt DeBross with threes. But on the other side, you have one of the other best shooters in the GMC and Sanders. You know, him and DeBross are top 2 in three-pointers made. So those are the two guys both teams are going to have to really single out defense.
Can't get it. Greer gets a rebound. He already has 5 today. As we saw in that Moeller game, Braden Greer exploded in the first half. He's already got 5 today. Off the side of the glass for Ben Manker. As it will be Indians basketball. Early, the Comets have a 5-0 lead. They've been on a losing skid, Daniel. But in all those games, they've been inside of 10 points.
Yeah, the Comets, you know, the record-wise, they really have been struggling. They've lost 8 of their last 9. But yeah, you look at this, really at the schedule. They took the number 1 team in the GMC, Sycamore, to overtime, only losing by 4. You know, yeah, DeBross hitting that incredible 3 to send it to overtime. You know, courtesy of a great call by Isaac Vargo on that. But you know, that might be one of the best plays of the year. And the Comets, although they've been losing, they can really hold with any team.
So Lucas Davis, the senior, down low, gets his layup to go. Ben Manker, the floater, off. But the Comets will regain possession.
Yeah, I like that look from Manker. You get around the left side, try and drive in. It's just, he goes up with the one hand, and that's just really unlikely to work all of the time.
Yeah, turnover there on Abib. Not really thinking there, as he could have took it in the backcourt. Gets his foot on the line. That's something that the Comets have been struggling as of late, just those turnovers that you just don't need as a team. You've been struggling to get wins, and you really got to take care of the basketball. As Sanders from downtown, Cameron Sanders has been dominant all year in the GMC.
That is his 42nd three-pointer of the season, Isaac. You know, we talk about some of the best shooters. You know, you think of DeBrosh, Trey Perry of Lakota. You know, Sanders, he's just a junior. He is right up there in that list of elite shooters. I mean, he is just so fun to watch.
Abib getting too low. Sanders couldn't handle it. Abib, the senior on the board. He's had a couple good games. Sanders, he'll find his way in and muscle it through. Sanders has 5. And Daniel, as we said, Fairfield's such a motor offense. They're so good on the offensive end. And that's what killed the Comets the last time. They couldn't stop Fairfield in transition. So it's going to be really big that the Comets slow the game down, playing their own possessions.
Yeah, it's really 2 different offenses in tonight's game. The Comets like to stay around the perimeter and let the offense set up. But the thing about Fairfield is that they're not afraid to drive into the paint, into that post. And that's just why their offense can be so dominant at times, but it also can lead to silly consistency.
DeBross trying to drive in, as you said, but off of Abib's ankle. It'll be Fairfield Indians basketball. It's a tie game, 7-7 with 4:38 to go in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you look at the last time these two met, it was a 68-50 win for Fairfield. And, right now 7-7, so the Comets are definitely trying to get some revenge for that. But a great thing about Fairfield is that the scoring book and the box score is well mixed. There wasn't a guy who really stood out. It was everyone. Almost all the starters had over 10 points. The ball was shared very nicely, and that's just exactly what you want to see from a team, and that's how they got into Mason's head so well.
As Manker gets a steal, and Greer will fire again. No good, and the rebound will go to the Comets, but they'll tip it out of bounds as the Fairfield Indians will take over on offense. As early in this game, the Comets are resorting to that three-point shot. Fairfield is a little bit of a smaller team height-wise. Overall, they're a little bit of a bigger squad, but only 6'4" as their big guy out there, Lucas Davis.
Yeah, and something we should also touch up on, the Indians are 4-6 at home, so obviously you want that home record to be way above 500, but you'll take a somewhat 500. The thing is, the Comets, they have been ice cold on the road so far this season. They are 1-5, and you look to get that a little bit better tonight. And you could have said if the ball went a couple more ways, they could have gotten a win versus Sycamore. But you really want to make that away record look a lot better before the season's done.
Yeah, as the Indians in the past couple of years have been the GMC champions because of that home record. Did not lose in the past 2 years before this year at home. So it's been a little bit different for the Indians as Sanders, motor of this offense. Ingram driving into that left hand. No good. Good defense from Braden Greer. He'll take it up himself.
It's like Ingram almost tried to dive at Greer. Not really too sure what that was.
So that's kind of what the Comets have needed. Another one of those scores, and Braden Greer's done a great job past couple of games. As the junior Dylan Ringwald will check into the game. He'll reach in for his first foul. The first team foul on the Comets. Indians only have one foul as well. Just under 3 minutes in this first quarter.
Yeah, Ringwald just looked a little too aggressive there. As they're bringing the ball down, he immediately tries to step up. And, as a coach, you do like that, but it does reach a point of too much aggression, and every single time the refs are going to call you on a reach-in for that.
Absolutely. As we said, 2:50 to go in this first quarter of play. Josh Sweeney will check in for the Comets. Same five remains for the Indians as down low. No good for Gabe Clemens, the junior, 6'10" out there. Playing for the Indians as Josh Sweeney will look to find Ben Manker, and watch out. Sanders, a little bit of a bait. You know he can slam it down, but just decides to lay it in. He already has 7 of the Indians' 9.
Yeah, it looked like a bit of a hesitant of a dunk. He did that kind of hand behind the back gesture like he was about to, but just lays it in. You never want to miss a dunk. That's one way for a coach to put you right back on the bench, no matter how good of a player you are. So
as Max Champlin, the freshman, gets the and 1 to go. So it's a 9-9 score here. 2:09 to go in this first quarter. Yeah. Dana, what are you seeing for the Comets so far to keep the range the same as the score level?
I mean, yeah, you really like what you're seeing from both teams so far. Mason's kind of conservative style of approach of an offense is really, starting to catch a groove on. As we said, the past couple of games, their offense has been making strides to be playing better and better. And you're hoping that kind of all just comes together as we get towards the end of the season. And, right now, even though Fairfield, the record isn't the brightest, they play a lot better than that record shows. So Mason standing with them right now is very good.
As Champlain can't convert on the old-fashioned three-point play. So it's knotted up at 9 here at Fairfield Arena. Inside, Sanders finding answers, blocked by Abib Abib. Sanders will get his own rebound as Cash Ingram, inside move, can't get the layup to go. Bodies flying. This will be off Braden Greer, and a rebound to the Fairfield Indians.
Yeah, the Comets right there. You're letting Fairfield get too many opportunities. You got to get some of those rebounds on defense. Abib with a nice block. He averages 2 a game. That's good for 3rd in the GMC, so he already has one tonight.
That's Krim. Fade away, can't get it to go. Stabros hasn't shot any shots today. It's been a little bit more conservative for the Comets, as right there's the turnover for Max Champlin.
Yeah, and that's something about the Comets is they don't turn the ball over too much. Their last game, 8 turnovers as a team. So there's already been a couple so far tonight, and it's just, as a coach, it's just something that you don't want to see at all.
Has Sanders from downtown again, and you bet. Bullseye for Sanders, and he's already got double digits.
Yeah, this is a guy that you don't want to let get hot for Mason. He's probably a candidate for GMC Player of the Year in basketball, and you let this guy get hot, you let him start hitting shots, it's a very, very sure way of getting behind the scoreboard. So
that's right on cue there. The Comets call their first timeout, as we'll go to a quick break here. The Fairfield Indians lead 12-9 here at Fairfield Arena. We are back at Fairfield Arena for men's boys basketball game today. This is 12-9 Fairfield Indians here at Fairfield Arena. My name's Isaac Varga alongside Daniel Panetti. And Daniel, what have you seen here from the Comets early in this game?
You know, the Comets offense, they've been playing pretty good so far, but the one big thing they're missing is the presence of their star shooter, Matt DeBras. You know, we went to this game knowing that him and Sanders are 2 of the best shooters in the GMC, and Fairfield has done a great job of getting Sanders some looks, and he already has about double digits. There's a shot, and
as there it is, Matt DeBras on the board from 3 as his first shot goes for the Comets. It's all knot up at 12.
You know, usually we talk about an announcer's shinks as a bad thing.
Yeah.
Right there, it goes in the Comets' favor. And, you know, first shot, first make, so you hope you get to see more of that from him tonight.
As the Indians will look to hold for 1 shot. 15 seconds to go on the clock here in the first quarter. Sanders with the ball. He's got 10 in the game out of the 12 from the Indians. He'll get double at the top. A 3 there. He'll get a rebound. Cash Ingram. He'll look with 1 and get a wide open layup to finish the first quarter, as the Indians will lead at home 14-12 here at Fairfield Arena. Make sure to check in for Mason Sports Radio for more action here at Fairfield Arena. We are back here at Fairfield Arena. Here for a boys basketball matchup. Fairfield Indians lead the Mason Comets 14-12 at the end of the first quarter. My name's Isaac Vargo alongside Daniel Panetti. And Daniel, how have the Indians, Cameron Sanders, their leading scorer, has 10 points already in this first quarter. How have they got him involved so effectively?
Yeah, they're just doing a great job of setting the offense through him, and it's what the Comets are kind of missing with some of their best players. You know, Sanders, we've said it multiple times in the broadcast, he is a Player of the Year candidate for a good reason. He's one of the top free throw shooters, the top three-point shooter. So you get him open and you get him going, especially like they did in the first quarter. It could be a very long night for the Comets.
Clemens, the 6'10 center, down low, getting a three-pointer. Braden Greer will go down the lane and draw a foul. Braden Greer already has 5 today. He's had a good first quarter of play. So Comets leading scorer at the moment. He'll shoot 2.
Yeah, Greer shooting 76%. He's a multi-sport athlete as well, a standout wide receiver for the Comet football team. He's also found a lot of success on this basketball team so far this season. That first free throw, no good. So the Comets won't be able to tie it up on this possession, but still hanging in very well.
This first one, Braden Greer couldn't get to go. Comets are 0 for 2 from the line today. Second one is perfect.
His second shot is good.
7:30 to go in this second quarter of play. Indians lead by 1.
Yeah, Greer already doubling his points from last game. They're in this team's first meeting. He only had 2 points so far. He has about 6, so a nice job regrouping a little bit.
That's physical finish there from Matt DeBras. Getting his way. He has 5 on 2 shot attempts. And Daniel, you got to expect. He's the senior. He's been very good in his last couple games, kept Comets in the game. You got to expect more shots from him.
Yeah, I mean, he's really just kind of been the backbone of this offense a little bit these past couple of games. And, you know, Fairfield, they've done a nice job of isolating him out. But, you know, during the end of that first quarter, that was definitely a big topic of discussion, was how can we get our star shooter open and get him more looks? We already saw him go 1 for 1 from the three-point line. We just got to give him more opportunities.
So the Comets will draw a foul on the rebound. Abib will go to the line. The Indians' second foul of this early second quarter. Abib can't get it to go. And Dana already 1 for 4 from the line, the Comets are. So it's tough to win games. So they've been struggling as of late. As a team, you really got to shoot the ball very well. They haven't been able to do that lately.
Yeah, and this Comets team from the free throw line, they're shooting about 70% collectively. And, you know, free throws win games, especially towards the end, towards the fourth quarter. Those free throws can really make or break a game. So you're the Comets. You're about 1 for 5 from the free throw line. You really got to get that going.
As Abib can't knock down the second one, but a loose ball foul gets the Comets the ball back.
Yeah,
a jump ball.
Comets only went to the free throw line 5 times in that last game against Mulder, where they went 2 for 5. So that's 40%. You really don't want to mimic those numbers again tonight against such a tight GMC opponent.
Sanders will get ahead to Ingram. Count it and the foul. Cash Ingram gets it through as his first points of the day. Foul will be on Braden Greer, his first, team's first.
Yeah, Ingram's 66% from the line. This team shooting just like the Comets at 70% as a team. Their first time at the line today.
He can't get that one to go. Indians lead by 1. Just over 6 minutes to go in the second half of play. This will be Abib right down low. Fancy footwork for the senior. As he'll get the layup to go, the Comets will take the lead.
That really was just perfect execution on the offense. You get it down to DeBras at that box. He gets it to your big guy Abib, and he just goes up and lays it in. Perfect job on offense from Mason.
Can't get it to go. It'll be a no foul called. Krim ball on the floor. This will be another jump ball. Will be Indians basketball this time. The ball was loose by Matt DeBross.
I think the refs really missed a foul there. There was some very aggressive defense coming in from Fairfield. Got some guys on the ground.
Yeah, it didn't look like DeBross had a lot of room to look up court before he was swarmed.
Yeah, so Fairfield kind of gets away with one.
Nonetheless, Fairfield basketball.
Another thing we probably should mention, it is the senior night for
This senior night.
the Fairfield Indians. Why this game started a little later. But with it being senior night, obviously there's not a ton of seniors on this Fairfield team. You know, they still want to have a big show out against Mason, who is a big rival of theirs.
Yeah, Daniel, actually only one senior on the roster for this Indians team, and it's the starter, Lucas Davids. You would think he's the starter because it is senior night, as the usual guy would be Gabe Clemens. This turnover there would be Comets basketball.
Yeah, we mentioned before, almost this entire team, you could probably say about 60% of this roster is juniors. So, you know, it'll make that senior night next year for them very, very special.
It's the Comets looking to get a win of their own. Haven't been many this year in the GMC. This ball tipped by Cameron Sanders. Ingram will get up ahead to him. Sanders going downhill. He'll like to slow it down. It's Krim inside. Body's flying. Ringwald will clear it out.
Yeah, that was
high pace in this second quarter. Inside. DeBross left alone. Just off the rim there.
Yeah,
4:30 left in the half.
DeBross is going to shoot that 10 times out of 10. Most three-point shots in the GMC, as the Indians hit a 3 of their own, and that was just absolutely textbook. You rush right in, you have your guy on the outside, and he drills it. I mean, it's very hard to defend that if you're Mason.
Yeah, Helver on the 3. Great execution as Sanders inside. It'll be a charge. Perfect execution there for the Comets. And Braden Greer getting the charge call.
Yeah, it's something about some aggressive players on defense is that when you have that aggression, you got to know how to take a charge as well. So he tries and spin right on you, going right into you, fall down, you get that charge every single time. So great awareness from Greer to really know the situation.
As Kirkland will check into the game, he hasn't had a lot of minutes today. As Manker will give it up to Greer. Comets down by 2 points, just under 4 minutes in the half. A lot of hand checking going on here. Fairfield versus the Comets, and a beep down low. Gets it to go. As Coach Tui and the Comets will call a timeout. It'll be 19-19, 3:30 to go in the half.
Yeah, I mean, Abib all year, you know, he's kind of been a three-point shooter, and it raises some eyebrows with his size and stature. And you know, now you're actually seeing him really rely down there in the paint. He already has a couple of good points down there. So, you know, obviously being your center at the size that he is, you know, you want him to be there, and he's executing very good so far tonight.
Yeah, Daniel, we got to feel Abib's gaining that experience over the course of the year. It's his first year on varsity. He was sitting at junior JV all year long on junior and then sophomore. But this year, he's starting to carve his way towards the inside of the basket. That's a great sign for the Comets. Coach Shuey does a really good job of developing those bigs. We saw Ben Golan last year become a superstar.
Kind of playing the same role as Abib does.
Absolutely. As Clemens goes to the loose ball foul, he'll be out of bounds. Jacob Lipinski and Wyatt Cooper, the sophomores, will check in for the Comets. As we're just reaching 3 minutes to go in the half.
And now Fairfield's starting to implement a bit of a press. We haven't seen that a lot from them tonight, but it makes sense the way that, about how aggressive they've been playing on defense so far. So you know, they're implementing that press now. I do expect them to keep it going for the majority of the night.
And something to note, it's Gabe Clemens' second foul. He's 6'10", and their preferred center, as you have Lucas Davis next man up, but that's the 4th team foul for Fairfield. One more, and the Comets will be in the bonus for the rest of the half. As Greer will take it. Looking to knock it down, and Braden Greer got it. The Comets will lead by 3. Braden Greer, 9 points already in this first half, Daniel.
Yeah, that's his second 3 of the night. He's really been getting it going, and that's been something about Greer and this team. In games where the main guys haven't been getting going, it seems like Braden Greer has been that, not forgotten piece, but that guy who's usually looked over. He's been very underrated for this team all year.
As the charge call will be there on Abiba back to the great hustle by Wyatt Cooper. The Comets' second foul of the half. 2:30 left in this second quarter of play. Cameron Sanders will take it up. He's had a slow second quarter. He had 10 points in the first quarter and still at 10 points in the second quarter. As he'll dish it out to his man, and it's the 3-point specialist, Matthew Hilverd, knocking it down again.
Yeah, same place he hit his last one, that corner shot. That really seems to be his bread and butter so far tonight. And Hilverd, obviously one of their main 3-point specialists. He's really been showing out so far tonight. Shoots about 32% from the line, or from the 3-point line, and that's numbers that you'll definitely take as a coach.
As the Comets will go back to the line for some more free throws. Braden Greer got the first, and it's Lucas Davis's second, so Fairfield will have to dig deeper. To DeMarco Bronston, the freshman, 6'8", number 55, down low on that right block.
I'm going to say that again, 6'8" as a freshman.
6'8" freshman. You don't see that very often.
Never do you see something like that. That is something that for the next 3 years is going to be deadly for this Fairfield team. So that's a name that everyone's going to need to look out for.
And Dana, all you got to do now is get him in the weight room. That's right there. Ramir Coney has definitely been in the weight room with that finish. The Indians tie it up here at home against the Comets. Ben Manker, his first. Team's third. Coney will go for the line for one.
Coney, a 63% shooter on the team, so we'll make that. To mention, the Comets are in the bonus. Fairfield with their 5 fouls, so about a little over 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in this second quarter. Comets have a lot of breathing room.
As Matt DeBras will conduct the offense here for the Comets. Down by 1 here against the Indians. 1 minute 30 to go as there's a turnover there for the Comets. Ingram will take it on Manker. Take it all the way through. Can't get the finish to go. DeBras will clear it out for the Comets. It's been an even first matchup as that's been blocked by Coney again. As the Comets are holding their ground here, Dano, as they have most of the time in these first half games. Only down 1 here against a very good Fairfield Indians team.
Yeah, we say it again, the Comets, the record hasn't been amazing, but they've been holding with every single team that they've been playing. So it's really just how they'll be able to finish tonight is the main key.
DeBras can't get the 3 to go. Sanders will find Hilverd again. You bet. Hilverd knocks down another. And he's got 9 on 3 3-pointers as DeBras will get fouled from 3. As that's a big time change of events here for the Indians. As you got to face, if you're a Comet fan, you got to face Cameron Sanders. And now, out of nowhere, Matthew Hilverd is knocking down those 3s from the same spot, it feels like.
Yeah, it's 3 in a row he's hit from that left side corner. And you can tell that's in the summer he was definitely working on that shot a lot because he has been nothing but net all night. So, yeah, we talk about Sanders and some of the other big shooters on this team, but Hilver as well. He's a guy that you can't look over.
Yes. Sanders was on that assist as DeBross knocked down the first one. The second is perfect for the senior. Comets down 2 with 45 seconds to go in this first half of play.
DeBross getting up that 73% free throw shot. Now, as a guard, you'll definitely take a number like that. He drains all three. And Isaac, that is huge. It makes it a 1-point game with a little less than 45 seconds left here in this first half. So no team has really gotten more than a 5-point lead all game, if I can recall.
Cameron Sanders muscling his way through over Luke Kirkland. It'll be his first 2 points of the second quarter of play as the Indians lead by 3. Comets looks like they're going to elect for one shot. 20 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Almost loses it back court, but Mason still able to keep it.
Gotta believe DeBross could be the guy. He can't find answers as Sanders will knock it out of bounds. 5 seconds to go in this first half. And something Q mentioned, Fairfield Indians haven't used any of their timeouts in this first half.
Yeah, and
it's very interesting.
The Comets have used 2. You think if Coach Cooley hadn't have used 2 timeouts right now, he would have called one to try and set up a play. But they only get 5 a game. You don't want to go into the second half where you're obviously, in a game like this, you're going to need those timeouts.
Yeah.
Into the last couple of minutes of the game.
Yeah, I think you save those timeouts, especially if he's such a talented guy like Matt DeBross that just knocks it down. It seems like at the buzzer every single game. But this time it'll be Greer. No good. Coney on the defense as I will wrap up the first half of play here at Fairfield Arena. The Fairfield Indians lead the Comets 30-27. Tuning into Mason Sports Radio for some second half action. So we are live for second half action here between the Mason Comets and the Fairfield Indians. The Indians lead 30-27 here in the first half. My name is Ike Varga alongside Daniel Panetti. And the story of the first half is pretty much the diverse scoring from Fairfield Indians. In the first quarter, Cameron Sanders, their main guy, scored 10 points. And then in the second quarter, it was Sanders dishing the ball to Matt Hilverd, who was just sitting in the same spot, Daniel, it felt like, and just knocking down threes. So, Daniel, right there, as he shoots another one, you got to think if you're the Comets, you just got to box out and just close out on Matt Hilverd.
Yeah, it's really containing those two guys, in Sanders and Hilbert. And for Hilbert, it feels like you just got to get him away from the corner, because that is where he has just been electric all night. You saw that last shot almost went in. He almost got the first points of the second half. But for Mason, it's been pretty much the absence of their stars. Ben Manker only with 3 points. He's been their top shooter all season long. So him, Matt DeBross, they've been able to keep in check pretty well all game. So you're Mason, you got to get those offensive playmakers going.
Yeah, so far for the Comets, it's been Braden Greer and Abib has Abib right there. Can't get it to go. Braden Greer, both the seniors. Greer has 9. Abib has 6. Lewis, shake and bake in the corner, will draw a foul from Matt DeBross, the first foul of the second half.
Yeah, DeBross just gets him right on the arm. That foul is as clear as day. So still scoreless so far, but Fairfield is going to try and get that change. Michael Lewis will go to the line.
As Lewis in the first matchup, he can't get that one to go. But in the first matchup, Lewis was one of the stars for the blowout win against the Comets in Mason. Lewis is all over the court, and he isn't the main scorer on this as his team. But he really showed out in that game. He gets a second free throw to go. So Indians lead by 4 early in this second half.
Yeah, the Comets, all they did that second half is what they've been doing all season with the, keeping the offense not super aggressive. That's right there they do, and they get that to go down. Braden Greer.
Beautiful take.
He's kind of that odd one out in a passive offense. He likes to just get right down low and put it up right on the board. So, Greer, he's had himself a pretty nice game so far.
Yeah, Braden Greer, the last 3 games has been really, really good for the Comets. Comets have needed that 3 score with the absence of Bryson Johnson. And Braden Greer has just been that. But the Comets, you've got to feel like they haven't put it all together in all 3 games, with the defense and the turnovers and all 3 stars playing well. And so far, Manker has 3 points. Greer's having a pretty good game, and DeBross having a pretty good game. But all 3 of those guys got to step up for the Comets. As Hilverd 0 for 2 started this third quarter.
Yeah, that shot was number 10 or point number 10 for Greer. As that shot just rolls out, it'll still send him to the line. And yeah, like you said, just the guys like Manker just haven't been able to get going so far. And it feels like with Mason, they're able to hold and hold and hold. But as the game keeps going, it seems like they just have so much trouble closing a game.
Foul be on Raymir Coney, his first, team's first. Matt DeBross will knock down a free throw. That's quietly, DeBross has 9.
He's 4 for 4 from the line so far tonight. Put him close to 75%.
The second one is perfect, as the game is all tied up here at Fairfield Arena. 5:55 to go in this third quarter of play, as Sanders had a really good first quarter, as we mentioned, but the second quarter, kind of more the passer of the team, the facilitator. He's trying to get going this third quarter. He pulls up from way downtown. Can't get to go.
Yeah,
Greer will get the rebound, and just an unforced turnover there from the Boston. Good hustle there from Kirkland to steal it out of bounds. It will be Fairfield basketball.
Yeah, Kirkland's one of the best defenders on this team, so you see him having all of that hustle, being able to get back. What looked like a 2-on-1. Abib just looked like he had to do it all himself, but Kirkland does a great job there.
as the Indians try and find answers on offense. Sanders guarded by the boss. Find Krim in the corner. Moving the ball around will be Cash. Ingram is Cash from 3. As the Indians will take over in the lead. It'll be Ingram's 7th point of the ball game.
That's his first 3 of the night. Went 0 for 2 from the 3-point line in the first half, but that time he gets him on the board. But even still, it's only a 3-point game right now. 34-31 as we reach almost halfway near the third quarter. This game has really just been neck and neck.
As the Comets are perfect in this second half with free throws. And something to keep in mind, Daniel, Devontae Krim, who went off in the last game, he had 26 points, is scoreless in this game so far. He's 0 for 4 from the field. And the Indians are looking fine on the offensive end, but it's just interesting how the Indians can have such a good game on offense without one of their best scorers.
Yeah, I mean, the Comets have they've done a nice job somewhat adjusting on defense. We talked about how good Sanders was in that first quarter, and so far he's been held somewhat scoreless these past couple of quarters. Obviously, he gets the ball moving a little more, which you'd love to see from an all-around guard. But the Comet defense has just done a nice job keeping them truly in this game.
Hey, Krim had that open lane there against Greers. Doesn't look like he wants to shoot it. Looking a little timid here in this third quarter. So it is the end of the season. There's a great pass there, and Sanders will knock it down. He's one of the greatest in the GMC this year at the three-point line.
And so now we have what looks to be the first two-possession game, or two-possession lead of the half.
As Habib says no in the paint, denies Lewis trying to dive into the lane for the Indians. As Krim will have it.
That's his second block of the night, and what a tone-setting block that was. Tried to go up and just swats it away. That's what you love to see at Habib's size. When you have a 6'7" senior, you do hope to get a lot of those blocks.
It's got to be a little bit of an intimidation factor, as he has a great box out there. Comets have numbers. Manker will go coast to coast and gets it to go. Manker, that'll be his 5th point of the game. And the Comets, as we've said all season long, they're staying in these games, but it's that fourth quarter, Dano, that the Comets really have to step up.
Yeah, you love the way that Manker went up with that layup there. He has to be somewhat frustrated about his first half performance and only putting up 3. So for a guy who averages almost 15 points a game, he's top 3 in the GMC. For a guy at that level, you know that he really just wants the ball in his hand. He really wants to take control of a game.
Absolutely, he's one of these senior sensations for the Comets, as it is 37-35 Fairfield Indians with 3.5 to go in this third quarter of play, as Josh Sweeney will check in for the Comets. And Gabe Clemens is in for the Comets. Sanders will take it up here, guarded by Josh Sweeney. It's a great pass inside to the big man down low, Gabe Clemens. So the Indians lead by 4. It'll be Clemens' first points of the night. Great find there. Gets denied by the bottom of the backboard as Krim will look to take it up. He's trying to get going. He can't find anybody, but he finds Coney for 3. High arcing, nothing but net. And here it goes, Daniel. Coney's got 6, and the Indians spread that lead to 7 now.
Yeah, that is a big three-pointer. Indians get their biggest lead of the half so far, even possibly the night, with 7 points. So the Comets, obviously you're not behind in the time part of the game, but you do not want to let the Indians get some sort of momentum going.
Again, great find there from Cameron Sanders, and right out of the timeout, the Indians are playing very good basketball. And right now, it seems like for the Comets, they're just trying to pass it around, see if you can get a good look. No one really looks like they want the ball right now for the Comets, and for the Indians, it's the opposite.
Yeah.
They got Cameron Sanders. He's doing a great job facilitating and scoring. He's definitely a threat.
Comets try to get it down to Sweeney down by that low post, and it just goes right off of him. So this Comet team starting to get a little unhinged a little bit, is starting to kind of lose their grip.
This Manker can't knock that down, but a huge offensive rebound there.
You're the Comets, you have to get something this possession.
The Comets really need a score here. Denied, but a foul call on Cameron Sanders, and he does not like it. From up here, Dan, it sounds like all ball, but for the Comets, they really need points right now, so they'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're the Comets, you'll always take something like that. That's the third of the quarter for Fairfield. So we're just a little.
That's the first one will be good from Ben Manker. Ben Manker now has 6 points. He'll make that 7 as the Comets bring the lead down to 7 for the Indians. Cameron Sanders has been flawless in this third quarter. Not even on the scoring end, but just causing chaos for this Comets defense.
Just moving the ball around, just running the offense. Being a great shooter, you want to be an elite offense runner. And so far tonight, he's been excelling at that.
And what a take there from Cameron Sanders. Stops on a dime and knocks it down. That's a pro-level move right there, Daniel.
Yeah, I have a feeling that Sanders is a guy we're going to be seeing at the next level. This guy has Division I basketball written all over him. So, you got to be excited to see what colleges come knocking at the door if you're Fairfield, because they have a superstar who can make the shots, who can run an offense, and so far the second half, he's been exactly the reason why they have such a nice cushion of a lead.
It's be a foul there. Kirkland can't knock down the first one. Second one is good for the senior, as the Indians having a really good second half of play here. So they're up 8, just under 50 seconds to go in this third quarter of play here at Fairfield Arena. Coney drives baseline, powerful finish inside over multiple Comets, and they'll bring the lead to 10 points for the Indians. Coney has 8.
Yeah, you're the Comets. It seems like you kind of got to switch something up on defense, because Fairfield's really starting to figure you out, whether that's a press, whether that's whatever. The Indians, they now have a 10-point lead. That's the largest lead of the game. The Comets now make that 8, but you gotta fix something, because you don't want to get to a point as we reach under 10 seconds left here in the third quarter. You don't want to be down 10 the rest of this game when it was so good.
As the Comets score there at the end, but Fairfield a very good third quarter of play, as the Indians will lead 48-40 at the end of the third quarter here at Fairfield Arena. Check in for some Mason Sports Radio action here in the fourth quarter. We are back for fourth quarter action here at Fairfield Arena after a third quarter explosion from the Fairfield Indians. They lead 48-40 over the Mason Comets. My name is Isaac Vargo alongside Daniel Panetti. Start of this fourth quarter here.
And
as Clemens will look to launch. No good. But it'll be a foul on Raymir Coney. Good defense there for the Comets early.
And Isaac, something I want to touch on is we talked about how important free throws can be getting towards the end of a game. The Comets started very cold from the free throw line, started about 1 for 5. And you look back, if you make those 4, it's a 4-point game instead of an 8-point game right now. So, you know, we mentioned it so much, but free throws really can be the most important part of a basketball game. And right now the Comets are missing the benefits of that.
So as the Comets really need some points here on offense. They're in need of a win here in the GMC, and a big take there from the freshman, Max Champlin.
Yeah,
Comets down 6 now.
Champlin's really made some incredible adjustments so far this season. Obviously, coming over from across the world pretty much. He's done a great job fitting in well with this team. You know, we look on the NBC side of all of our production. We had a great story on him. If you haven't checked that out, make sure you do, because you know the brotherhood of this Comet basketball team really is unmatched.
And Daniel, you got to think, of all places, he is a Mason Comet from all the way across the world. It's just crazy to think about.
Yeah, being in Russia, you move to the little city of Mason, Ohio. You know, it really is crazy what
He's only a freshman too, which is also a very big sign for the Comets. They got a lot of future talent. Bryson Johnson, Wyatt Cooper stepped up as late. Jacob and Tyler Lipinski is here.
Some great names down in JV as well. This Comet team, the future looks very bright for them.
He's taking it baseline is Ingram. Up top, Krim. Got it. Krim's first points of the night after a 26-point performance. It's his first of the evening. This brings the Indians' lead to 9.
And he probably could not have gotten his first points at a better time for the Indians. You bring it back to a 9-point lead as there's just about 6 minutes left in this game. So, you know, we're definitely not at a dagger point of any score yet, but it feels like it's somewhat getting towards that train of thought.
So there will be on the ground foul on the Comets. Yeah, and Daniel, 9 points. Doesn't seem like a lot, but in this game, it's been so close that it could be 10 and 11 points now for the Indians, and for the Comets, you don't want to be playing catch up, especially with how they've been playing the second half offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this entire game has just been so close all night. You know, one of the biggest leads that we saw in the first half was just about 5 points. And so far, this third quarter, Fairfield has held a very strong 9, 10, 11 point lead. As it's only been over single digits once so far tonight. So, you know, the Comets, you still have some time, but at the same time, you are kind of running out. You need to make the most out of these possessions.
As Krim can't knock down the second. Comets really need a score here as Ringwald gets it to go. The junior, Dylan Ringwald, brings the Comets within 7.
That's huge, Isaac. That was a very tough shot for Ringwald, but yet he's still able to get it in, and every possession is starting to get very, very important for this Comet team.
Just what a take there from the Indians. And Michael Lewis, he's only got 3 today. He's been a big spark for this Indians team. There are 5 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. Comets down 9.
Gotta get something here.
As Ben Manker gets it back, wide open, Matt DeBras. Can't get it to go. Rebound, Kirkland on the ball, on the ground. This will be a jump ball. remains with the Comets, and Daniel, that's huge. That Matt DeBras couldn't hit that, but Luke Kirkland getting that rebound is ginormous for the Comets to get this second chance of this possession.
Yeah, that's a huge missed opportunity for Matt DeBras, who's been one of the best three-point shooters in the GMC. You hit that, it's a 6-point game. And just a couple seconds ago, you were down double digits. So the Comets, you got to get something here, whether it's 2, 3, whatever it is, just like that.
That's a nice take there from Ben Maker, taking it inside. One of the best looks the Comets have had all day. And it's back to 7. 4:30 left, and the Comets really need some stops. Inside, no good. A lucky break there for the Comets. Sanders couldn't get it to go.
That's exactly what you need, and a good job of watching the defender behind him. Fairfields are going to be super aggressive on offense, trying to get in.
Chamberlain.
Offensive rebound.
We'll find Greer. Kirkland with another rebound, but not enough. Ingram. Corner, Grimm. Sanders. He got it. Cameron Sanders can't be stopped from 3 this season. He's got 20.
Ice in his veins. That might be the first sign of a dagger that we've seen all night. Fairfield takes a 10-point lead here with just a little over 3 minutes left. Here are the Comets. You got to start moving here on offense. You can't let any missed opportunities happen.
Yeah, Daniel, 3:30 to go in this game, but the Comets on offense just can't find anything.
Yeah, they're just throwing up shots that they shouldn't be taking. You can tell that the offense is starting to panic a little bit, and Fairfield really just has the Comets right in the palm of their hand. And they're going to get a
technical foul called on Coach Toohey. That's just not what you need. Ooh. It's been a frustrating season, as we've seen for the Comets, and it looks like Coach Toohey just took a little bit out on the ref there. Explains the technical foul there.
Yeah, that is a crusher. You put this Fairfield, one of the best shooters at the free throw line. I mean, there's just no circumstance where that's going to end up good. He hits both of them. And Isaac, just like that, we see the biggest lead of the game so far tonight as Fairfield takes a 12-point lead with just about 3 minutes left in this game. So not over. Definitely not over. The Comets still have a chance to do something, but that time is really starting to close rapidly.
Yeah, Daniel, talking about Cameron Sanders, D1 offers. He's got Miami of Ohio. He's Marshall, Furman. But Daniel, what we've seen so far in this game, I don't see him going to this. I see him going to a bigger school. Maybe it's just because Comets haven't played the best defense so far today. But with what I've seen, he might be one of the best players in GMC this year. That's right here. Pump fake. Can't get the 3 to go. Kirkland on the glass again. He'll slow it down. Find Menker. No good. Rebound will go to Ingram. It'll be a turnover on Ingram.
So
as the Comets will retake possession with 2:50 to go in the game, down 12. The story of the second half, Daniel, has just been defense for the Comets. They haven't been good help side defense all day long against Cameron Sanders, and you can't afford to have that.
Yeah, we saw how productive the offense was in the first half. This second half, Fairfield has just done a great job of adjusting and limiting this offense as much as possible. You know, you're the Comets. You can't force any shots. They've already forced so many threes, so many layups.
As Braden Greer there knocks one down, brings the lead to 9. Comets will not elect to press. They'll let the Indians take it up freely. As Krim will have it. Greer trying to poke away a steal. There'll be a foul. And one more foul, and the Indians will be at the line. Team's 4th for the Comets. Only 1 foul for the Indians. Shows how good of the second half they've had.
Yeah, very, very conservative on the foul side. And I think if you're Mason right now, you do have to start thinking of a press. Try to get a charge. Nothing going.
Mr. Bross gets in. The Comets get a stop there. Really need some points here on the offensive end, and that is just stuffed.
Yeah, you cannot
by
have
Lucas Davis.
You cannot have an empty possession the rest of this game if you're Mason.
Now Manker knocks it down. Brings the lead to 6 now, Daniel. It's starting to get interesting.
Here
Comets
we
need
go.
a couple stops on the defensive end, but now all of a sudden felt like 12 points, dagger maybe, 3.5 to go, but now it's 6 points, 1:48 to go, but the Comets are in it.
Yeah, you get some three-pointers from Braden Greer, Ben Manker. Greer has been incredible all night, went to the second half with 8 points. I'm curious to see what that stat line's going to look like, but this Comets team, man, they don't give up. No matter what the scoreboard looks like, this team has so much fight in them, and they will go until that final buzzer. So what we just said could have been a dagger. You throw that completely out the window, and you get a couple more stops. You get that offense going. It very well could be going in the Comets' favor if they can just play their cards right.
And Daniel, the Comets have fought so hard against one of the best teams in the city. They just played Moeller at home. They played their hearts out. Couldn't get that done. Played Sycamore on the road in a very packed atmosphere. Battle of the Skies. Came down to the wire in overtime. Couldn't get it done. Hamilton, same story at home. The Comets haven't played their best game today, but this could be the game that they sneak out. They have one timeout left. And the Indians haven't taken one timeout all day long, which surprises me because I find it just unbelievable.
In a game like this, you would think that both teams have used about half of their timeout, but Fairfield, you can tell they've been very well conditioned because they haven't need any of it. So we're going to get a kickball. But yeah, like you said, Isaac, they've been able to hold with every single team that they've been playing, and it just feels like the Comets are so due. It feels like the Comets are just so due to pull out
Comets
a game
down
like
6. Almost gets the turnover there from Turpin. Comets pressure in the front court. Now will be a foul there on Sweeney. It will be the 5th, so Krim will go to the line. Krim hasn't knocked down his free throws. He has not had the best day after a 26-point performance. He only has 3 points today.
Yeah,
It has not been good from the free throw line. So the Comets are going to need to miss at least one.
So with them now being in the bonus, Fairfield knows they need to get it to Sanders because the Comets are about to start getting into a territory where they're going to need to foul to keep themselves in this game as Krim makes that first free throw. But you're going to see the ball in Sanders' hands a lot because he's top 3 in the GMC for free throws, shooting almost 80%. After tonight, he might be up to that. So
Krim luckily gets the first one to go. Can't get the second one. But Davis knocks it off Cody to get the Comets the ball. And it's only 7. 1:33 to go in the game. Comets are going to need to score. No empty-handedly here as Greer has been the guy for the Comets. Manker inside will get the foul call on Coney, and Daniel, his hands might have been up. I don't know if I agree with the call, but again, free throws with no clock going off.
yeah, and
Maybe 1 minute and 18 seconds to go in the game. Manker will have 2.
yeah, just hear the Comets on offense. You got to move fast. You need to not have empty possessions, and you got to make your free throws. All game, it's been the free throws that have seemed to be a bit of an Achilles heel for this team. You missed that first one. You got to make this next one to get it to a 2-possession game.
Yeah, and Manker as of late has struggled from the line as he knocks down that second one. Brings it to a 2-possession game here. You would think the Comets, they'll go to that press defense. Down 6. Down. The last guy you want with the ball is Cameron Sanders. Looks like they get double there. Ingram will have it. This will be a foul on a Beeb. But for the Comets, you got to be fine with that because Cash Ingram, it's not Cameron Sanders.
I apologize for the no scoreboards tonight. Just a little over a minute left in this game. So here are the Comets. You hope, you just kind of cross your fingers with these free throws, and then you got to get it to some of your three-point guys, whether it's DeBross, Braden Greer so far tonight, whoever it is. because you got to start getting some big shots, and that's a big missed free throw there, Isaac.
Yeah. There it is. Ingram can't knock down the first one. He didn't look very comfortable at the line there. And I think the Comets in the later possessions down the road might have found their guy to foul. Ingram, the second, can't get it to go. Over the back will be on Davids. This will be a foul on the Indians. His third, team's third. Comets will have the ball. Only down 6, a minute 15 to go.
How big is that? They miss both of their free throws, and you get a foul to Fairfield. Now, obviously, Fairfield still has some fouls that they can use, but that is probably the luckiest you could have gotten if you're Mason. Now you just got to make the most on offense.
As DeBras takes it off of him, can't get it to go, but it's going to be a jump ball. And it's going to be Indians basketball. But the next time down, it will be the Comets ball, so not the worst thing in the world, but they're going to need a turnover or two on defense here, you got to think.
Yeah.
Just a minute on the clock to go.
It's just another empty possession for the Comets. We talked about it. In a situation like this, you're down by 6. You can't go empty-handed on some of these offensive possessions. You're going to be forced to foul with nothing to gain from it almost.
And again, Daniel, it's not Cameron Sanders who did get the ball there and pass it on. But if you're the Comets, Michael Lewis will be at the line this time. He'll have 2 shots. He'll get the second to go, first to go. It will roll in. Substitution. Michael Lewis at the line. 54 seconds to go in the game. The second is in and out. Comets will look to go.
For the Comets, you got
deficit is 7. Abib takes it inside. Manker will get it off the glass. Moves it to 5. 40 seconds to go. As Krim will now go to the line with 39.6 to go. Krim hasn't been great from the line today.
Yeah, this is kind of the guy that you want to send to the line. For, Mason, ever since they've went into the bonus, Sanders has not gone to the line. You know that that's something that they've been eyeing, is if Sanders gets the ball, you got to either force him to pass it or just get it from him, because you cannot foul that guy, as that first one is going to be good, so that will bring it to a 6-point game. Just about 39
the second is
left.
no good. Indians lead by 6. Comets still have a chance. Greer off. Rebound will go to Lewis. And the ball in Sanders' hands. Comets are not fouling. Instead, Sanders will take off some clock. And now, Daniel, with 2 free throws here, you'd think Sanders will knock this down. It's looking a little grim for the Comets here late.
Yeah, that 3 really would have determined the rest of the game. You make it a 1-possession game, but unfortunately for the Comets side, it doesn't go their way. So with Sanders, one of the best free throw shooters in the GMC, he's been electric tonight. Like you said, the chances for the Comets closing this gap is starting to look dimmer and dimmer.
24 seconds to go. If Sanders even makes 1, it'll be 3 possessions. The first is money. Sanders has had a heck of a night for the Indians. Second is good. Sanders has 24 tonight. Almost gets the steal there. Actually doesn't get the steal. Manker gets blocked, but just 15 seconds to go. Comets down 8. We'll need an absolute miracle to make this a close game.
Yeah, we've seen crazy things happen in basketball, but you're down 8, 15 seconds left, and there's a steal.
And Lewis slams it down for the exclamation mark on Matt DeBras. DeBras at the last second can't knock it down. Greer will get the points. Comets fall to the Indians by 8. What do you think, Daniel?
You know, it's the same result as, you know, what feels like the last 10 have been. The Comets have stuck in it all game, and towards the end they just seem to fall apart and not be able to finish. It's something that, you know, it's hard to coach. It's hard to coach getting that momentum a lot towards late, especially at senior night at one of your biggest rivals' homes. You know, it's hard to finish in a game like that, but, you know, the Comets, there's a lot that you like and there's a lot that you don't like from this game, but either way, it's a good game from both teams. So the Comets, you just got to regroup and go next. For the Comets, their next game is going to be at Middletown versus the Middies. And to the Fairfield side, they will go and play Hamilton. So both teams with the big GMC match coming up. You know, it's unfortunate on the Comets side that you're not able to finish.
Yeah, from our crew here at Mason Sports Radio, we appreciate you tuning into tonight's matchup. Fairfield, the Indians knocked down the Mason Comets 61-53 here at